well, that's out of character. That's odd. And then a little bit later in the ball game, the Phillies are still enjoying a bit of a lead, 3-2 lead. The bullpen starts struggling a little bit throughout this game, really, as a bullpen game. And I told you guys on Friday how great this bullpen had been playing, how great they had been pitching, most notably Seranthony Dominguez, who comes into this game in the 8th inning and has his own struggles allowing the game-winning run, although Matt Vierling almost helped him escape with a great throw home. Just a little bit offline, and they couldn't make the tag with JT Realmuto catching yesterday, and it was a bit of a struggle, and it ended up being the game-winning run scored by the Cardinals. But Seranthony Dominguez has been one of, if not your best arm out of the bullpen for whenever he's been available this season. And I have certainly been banging the drum for him to be the closer. Corey Knebel gave you a little bit of a heart attack the day before, coming out of the bullpen in the closer's role yet again, but still was able to get that save. And I was waiting for Seranthony Dominguez to slam that door, and it wasn't the case. Comes up with a walk, his first walk in what seems like a million years. And we'll get to what Rob Thomson had to say about Seranthony Dominguez and whether or not they're using him too much, whether or not they're grinding on him was the word that Rob Thomson used yesterday. But he has been one of the most consistent guys in the Phillies bullpen, if not the most consistent guy all year long. And to see him have a little bit of a struggle yesterday and end up costing the Phillies the game, unfortunately, it was one of those things that I just felt like he's been so great all year. You're bound to have a slip-up. You're bound to have a game where you don't have your best stuff. And he struggled, and he was so close to getting the Phillies out of the jam, and it just didn't go that way. So the Phillies now take the field tonight, looking to win this series with the Cardinals. And they went in with St. Louis. They went into St. Louis tied with the Cardinals at even Stevens for the third and final wild card spot in the National League. And now they're going to try to come out of this series with a 2-game advantage. Now they're 1 game up. After tonight, they'll try for a 2-game advantage. Here's what Rob Thomson had to say about Seranthony Dominguez and the struggles that he had in yesterday's ball game.
He was just, it's 3 out of 4 for him. I think we've been grinding on him a little bit. So I think he was just, his location was off a little bit today, and they, they got to him.
I think Caleb went out there right before that at bat. Before as Goldschmidt was coming up. Do you know what that was about? Just
just talking about the matchup.
Okay.
While they're going to attack.
Because you mentioned the 3 out of 4. How much of a concern is keeping him good and healthy and fresh and workload?
Major concern. I mean, it's always on our mind. Make sure that he's right. It's still coming off the injury.
Right.
So we just got to be careful with him. But he looked like he was a little bit not tired, but fatigued. I don't know what it is, but he's been working pretty hard.
How do you think his stuff was?
I thought the velo was still up there pretty good, but I just think he was missing spots. And, so.
You comfortable with the workload he's had up to this point? In other words, do you think you're pushing him too much?
I don't think so.
Or,
no, I don't think so.
Keep using him
okay. I don't think we've pushed him too hard, but I'm always watching it and making sure that we don't push him over the edge.
Well, hopefully you don't push him over the edge, and that's something that we'll be crossing our fingers that you don't do. But since May 21st, Seranthony Dominguez had not allowed a walk. Since May 21st. And then yesterday, he issues his first walk, ends up obviously costing the Phillies. So, again, it was one of those situations that you just felt like, okay, well, you know what? He's been so great. This is one that you're just not going to be able to get back, unfortunately. So let's hope the Phillies put a bow on it today. They're able to take 3 of 4 in this 4-game series against the St. Louis Cardinals and then roll into Toronto. And we'll see how that series goes out. It's one of the reasons you had a bullpen game is because you had to shuffle your rotation because of who's going to be available and who's not going to be available for this Toronto series is your starting pitcher. So at least you get Aaron Nola to round out this very important series with a team that you're battling for playoff positioning for. Now,